let me just real quick introduce myself. My name is Kevin Ristau. I am one of the vice presidents here at North American Insurance Services. I have been with North American now for 11 years, actually, in October, or excuse me, in July. So through that time, I've seen this company grow from being interviewed in a little conference room at our current office to gigantic agent conferences. Now this year it's going to be at the Star. So we have really come a long way over the years and grown, which is good for all of you guys. So just to let you guys know, this is the first official launch of this call. And I wasn't sure how many people were going to be on, what people wanted to learn about, but we're going to continue to do this every week, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Central Time. And this call is really, I guess we started this call like some of the other programs, just to not so much introduce life insurance, but talk about life insurance, share stories, share good news, share practices, tips, tricks, how to be more productive. And of course, we can all make suggestions for everyone, how to share. If you have guests you ever want to put on or anything like that. So it's an informal agenda. I am not going to be the only one ever training or teaching or talking. It's going to be a forum that everyone can be involved with. So with that being said, if everyone would just, I see Boris, if you want to just introduce yourself to the group and find out a little bit about yourself, where you're from and that type thing.
Sure. I live a little north of Chicago. And I'm in this business for a very long time. I sold all types of insurance. However, I'm probably one of the least successful agents because I cannot master marketing, especially now. Nobody pick up a phone, nobody answers direct mail. So this is why I hope to get some insight from your program, hopefully to improve my marketing.
All right. Yeah, awesome. And that's a great format. So it's kind of what I'm looking for, a little bit of background and then also what people need the most help with. And with that, we can actually point you in a direction, or I'll have someone contact you, Boris, and help you with whatever you need, because I'll give you some suggestions. Obviously, it works for me. Hopefully we can get some input from other people on the call. And then I can also contact someone from our home office to give you a call as well. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Let me ask you one more question, Boris.
Sure.
How long have you been associated with North American?
Since summer, I started with their program Pivot Health. But it's about the same problem. They said that they do not provide many leads, and it's true. Yep. But there is no they do not teach anything else. So it's how to get customer. We getting to the same problem.
Yeah, there's different ways we can go about that and talk about that. So I also see Emily. Would you mind introducing yourself and say basic format?
Certainly, yes. Hi, everybody. My name is Emily Morst, and I live in the Phoenix Valley. I've been here for a little over 10 years. Love it. I've been in the insurance business for a considerable number of years. I would say my strength is I'm really pretty good at working with people over the phone, establishing rapport, closing. So that is a strength of mine. I would say a weakness is adapting to, as Boris mentioned, the changing times where we find ourselves that people don't want to answer their phones, and so on. I won't bore you because you already know.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no doubt.
So that, it's the same story, really. I'm sure we all have the same experience and a similar story. So I work remotely, and that's what I prefer. I didn't start in the business. Well, actually, I did start in the business working remotely back in the 90s. Then I graduated into the field, and that was great. But the industry has so dramatically changed. And so I'm really working on improving and getting down the remote lead generation. It's primary because I can close as long as I have good products. And they're all good. I mean, you just have to understand them, right? I can close. So it's getting the leads. So that's really the bottom line. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to the agency. I've been with them since August of last year. Everybody has been fantastic, and I've really gotten some helpful support. So I'm just grateful. So I would say that's probably it, unless I missed something, Kevin.
No, that's awesome. And I want you to, if you wouldn't mind, two things that stood out for me, for you. You said you've been with North American 10 years?
No. I've been here in the valley where I live. We
Gotcha.
call it the valley.
Okay.
No, I've been with the agency since August of 23. So I'm new.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
I'm still new. Yeah.
All right. And we'll come back to you because there's two things that are very important. One, obviously being really good at closing, because one of the biggest things in sales, as we all know, is our closing ratio. We got to get in front of enough people, but marketing, obviously, they go hand in hand. We got to be able to market to get in front of people to do the closing. So we'll come back to that, and I appreciate that. So the next person I see on here, Emma, are you there? Okay, well, I see your name. We'll come back to you. What about Jean? Are you on? Emily, can you still hear me? Well, all of a
Yes,
sudden
I just muted my mic so that it
okay.
doesn't interfere. I can
No,
hear
that's
you.
fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
No, okay, cool. All right, what about Susan? Suzanne, I mean.
Hey,
How
can
you
you hear
doing?
me?
Yeah, of course. Go
I'm
ahead.
doing okay. I kind of have a sore throat, so I might not
Okay.
talk much, but I didn't hear what you said because I was taking another call.
Yeah, so
Just introduce
no, that's
myself.
fine. We're all just doing introductions. This is initial launch, the very first life insurance program we have, call about life insurance, and we're just introducing ourselves. So you want to just introduce yourself, where you're from, how long you've been with North American, and maybe a positive of what's working for you, maybe something you might need help on. We can all discuss as a group.
Okay. My name's Suzanne. I'm from Colorado. Been with North American for a few years now. Have a few different things with them. I do everything. I do life, Medicare, health, disability. I got into the business 20 years ago with life insurance. And now it's something that I do the least of, which makes me very sad. So I'm trying to add it back in all aspects. Um, and to have, every client that I talk to, Kevin's really big about this, every single client I talk to, ask, do you have it? One really fun thing that I had a friend tell me, she's in the PNC agency, and she said, we were talking about life insurance, and she said, I have a cry list. And I was like, what's a cry list? And she said, anybody that if I would cry if they died, I better have talked to them or I'm not, it's going to be awful. So that was really easy way for me to start talking to everybody I know about life insurance. So kind of a cool thing.
That's awesome. And I'm going to just plug that. That's Suzanne, you and I have known each other, what now, for about 3 years, 2 years?
Yeah, it's about, I think 2 years. Yeah.
And your initial introduction to the company was at the aging conference a couple of years back, right?
It was. And I
Awesome.
happened to be an ambassador.
Yeah,
So if there's
that's
people
great.
here
No,
that want to know about our conference, let me know.
You've been unbelievable. And not to interrupt you, but before I forget, a couple people, I don't know if you were on when they had said it, one of their big things that they want to learn more about to improve on, which you're great at, I see it all the time, is marketing and different things like that on Facebook or whatever source you're using. So if you don't mind, I'm going to come back to you to talk about that a little bit. I got a million things on a list here I want to talk about, but the initial thing I want to go over today with everyone is really what's on our mind, our positives, our negatives, and what's working, and discuss that, because I can tell you anything that works for me and everything, but when you peers discuss things that's working, we can do those things immediately. And Suzanne is really good at that. So we'll come back to that. So I appreciate that. And then a couple other people. James, I see you. Can you hear me yet? All right. What about Emma? And what about Jean? All right. And then what about Rosie? I see everybody on here.
Good
You
morning.
got
Good
your
morning.
mics
I'm
muted. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Rosie, jump right in. And if you wouldn't mind, tell us, again, I know some of you guys got on a little bit late, but this is our introduction to the life insurance. We'll be doing this call every week, 10 o'clock Central Time. And the whole purpose behind this call is for all of us to just really create an atmosphere where we can share ideas, what's working, what we need help with. And we've already discussed a few of those things. And I know different parts of the country, different things work better than others. And so if we can continue with that, Rosie, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how long you've been with North American, maybe one of the things that's working for you, one of the things that you're going to need our assistance with.
Well, since I started with Advantage about 2 weeks ago, this is my very first training here with North America. So I'm so happy to be here, and I'm open to learn. And I got my license, so I'm ready.
That is awesome. And so you've been involved with North American for a couple of weeks, or the whole insurance industry for a couple of weeks?
For a couple of weeks, yes, for the insurance.
Well, welcome to the best program in North American. So we definitely appreciate you being part of that, and hopefully this will just be the first part of your success with North American. And guys, like you said, after the initial introduction, we'll go over anything on anybody's mind. I'll kind of give you an idea of the track we're trying to run on, and we'll just roll from there. And I see Andy on. Andy, are you on as well? Andy is the president, of course, of North American. I've been with Andy almost 11 years. We have a great relationship. Here. How you doing, Andy?
I'm doing great, Kevin. Good morning. Hope you don't mind.
Just give Andy a couple.
Just jump in. And
let me give Andy a couple more plugs. But Andy not only is the president of our company and runs this company, he's one of the top actually producers with this company, personal producer. So he can bring so much to all of our programs, and he's always available, kind of accessible if you ever need help from him one-on-one, and a great multitasker. So I appreciate you being on. And go ahead and tell us all about it.
There I am. Good morning, everybody. I see a whole bunch of people on here. Good to see you. My name is Andy Daster. I'm president of North American Insurance Services, 33 years in the business. Kevin and I have been together, like you said, 11 of it. We've had a great run together. So many great opportunities for agents. Kevin is an outstanding leader in this organization, focusing on making sure that life insurance is always a key part of what we do. He's a good reminder that sometimes we overlook it. But if you're new in this business, or even if you've been around a while, let me just tell you, life insurance is such a critical part of your business from a financial standpoint. And let me tell you why. If you're an agent in the health business, whether that's under 65 or Medicare or group insurance, we love the health business, but there is one sad piece of bad news. And that is that health insurance takes time before the money really shows up in your bank account. It takes time. You have to build a book of business. It can take you a year or two. But with life insurance, every agent has to include life insurance in their plan. And the reason is because that's where you can generate upfront commissions and make money. So if you're new to the business or you're just new to us, if I were you, the first thing I would be focusing on is how can I get life insurance prospects? So Kevin, even if we just had an agent with their first life sale, and let's just say they sold something that's, simplified issue, so there's no decline. You got whatever, $60 a month. That's $720 an annualized premium. A typical commission could be as much as 100%. So, and we're advancing. Anyway, I'm trying to give you guys just a picture of the economics of it. But literally, you could end up with $500 to $1,000 in your pocket by the end of the week. And there's no other product in our offering that can happen. Can't happen on health insurance, can't happen on Medicare, can't happen on anything that we do that you can end up with $500 to $1,000 in your checking account by the end of the week. So you got to have life insurance be a part of your business plan. You got to stack it whenever you can. You got to find life insurance prospects wherever you can. And Kevin is good about reminding everybody, you just got to bring it up. That's the beauty of it. You just got to bring it up. So anyway, that was my brief introduction, why this is so important. Please come on this call every week. Please turn on your cameras. Please participate. This isn't going to be any good if Kevin's just talking to a wall.
Yeah, and I'm glad not only Andy took the time to join us, but Andy, I can see that as the only one with the camera on. So going forward, guys, let's all do that next week and going forward so we can all see each other's faces initially. And then also, want you guys to really keep in mind, it's a few months away, the new agent conference coming up in July, where we can not only see each other's faces, we can spend time together, we can learn from each other. And if you haven't heard about that or haven't planned on that, I would really wish, and I'll give Suzanne a minute before we get off the call today to talk about that, because in my opinion, I remember when she first came to the new agent conference and she wasn't even with the company yet. But after coming to that, she joined the company and she's been a superstar ever since and an ambassador. Like you said, she's very involved, and I'll let her talk a little bit more about that. So I appreciate that, Andy. And Gene, are you there? I see you. Is your mic unmuted? Gene Edens? All right. And then I'll give a couple other people. And then there was one other one. So, okay. So if anybody else wants to jump in that hasn't jumped in yet, go ahead. I'm more than happy to introduce. So let me just give you a quick idea of what the agenda will be like going forward. Again, guys, I won't be the only one talking. I'll probably talk more this week than any other call we have. I am going to have guests in the future, people like Andy again, and maybe some of the other vice presidents from other programs, some of our carrier reps. Anybody that you guys have suggestions for that can join and be a productive part of calls like this, because the most important part of these type of calls, it's for your benefit. It's the agent benefit. Of course, if you're successful, the company and the program and everybody else benefits, but we want you to benefit. It's like Andy says, we want people to be productive. We want people to be enthusiastic and involved. And one of the first people I talked to, Boris, you have been here since last summer. One of your biggest concerns, and it's frustrating for all of us with the changing time, is marketing. We have expert marketers. I am by no means expert, but I'll mention a couple of things that has been working really well for me lately. I wish I'd started this many, many years ago. And then, of course, everybody else can jump in, see what's working for them, whether it's referrals or whatever. Now, the life insurance program, when I first started with North American almost 11 years ago, we were really heavy into it. And then as we grew and evolved, somehow it wasn't one of the main purposes. And I always said, Andy, we got to make sure this is always stays at the forefront. Well, about 4 years ago, I got involved. This is the 4th year of the program. We've made it better every year. We've had successful agents. We've recruited a lot of people. But now our main focus going forward is of course, life insurance we can offer year round to whoever needs it, from cradle to the grave, literally. I am actually going to be helping a lady right after this call. She's a Gerber client. She's getting a college Gerber plan for her granddaughter. So it's amazing the situations that we run into in the life insurance industry. We can help everyone. It doesn't matter what the health, what the age, what the situation. We can help everyone year round, all the time, advanced commission, big commission. So that's all important things to remember. That if you're involved with any of our other programs, whether it's short-term medical, whether it's alternative medical, whether it's Medicare, it doesn't matter what it is, life insurance can be added to every single one of those things. And we're the only program that can actually say that, which is awesome, by the way. The objective of this entire program is to get all agents productive, consistently productive, and whatever that means to you. I mean, if that's one program a week or one sale a week, if it's this is how you want to make your living, and you can, we can help you with any of those things. I talk to agents to say, hey, I just want additional income throughout the year because I'm doing, I don't know, Medicare or whatever. We can show you how to transition any of your book of business into follow-ups. So one of the main things I'll say about marketing before we get more into that is if you have any type of current business, it doesn't matter what it is, that is where we start. We can show you how to contact those people, bring up life insurance, and go over options with them. Marketing plan. I just wrote down some random thoughts here, but marketing plan. One of the biggest things we can help you with, and if you don't have this, write it down. We can do a follow-up one-on-one. I can point you in the right direction, whatever. But you got to have a marketing plan. You got to have a reason. I mean, what is your why? Why do you want to sell life insurance? Why do you want to be in sales? Why do you want to be successful? You have to figure that out on your own, and it's in whatever capacity you want. We'll never micromanage you. All we'll do is we'll hold your hand as much as you want us to. We'll support you as much as you want us to. But the most important thing is we're here if you need. And if you ever try to contact me, whether it's by email, text, call, whatever, just leave a message. I promise I will get back. Training, in addition to me, training and helping you guys with things going forwards. Like I said, we have tons of sites with our carriers, which I'll go over the ones I suggest that have great training. We're going to have reps on. We're going to have other people on. So you'll never lack training. That I can promise. But I'll also ask you guys to take the lead on that. I will reach out to all of you guys as much as I can, but I would leave it in your court to reach out to me more. I'll help you as much as I can. And if I can't help you in the way you want, like I was telling Boris to begin with, we have experts in marketing with this company. I can point you in their direction. And one of the biggest things I want to do in this call is brainstorm. I mean, what's working for you, and share good news. Doesn't matter what your good news is. If you're selling whatever, let's share those practices with each other. We can all become better because of that. So that is my overview of the program. So with that being said, Suzanne, if you don't mind me calling you out, I know you said your voice hurts a little bit, but can you talk a little bit about what's changed since you joined North American? Because I know you've exploded with the business, and you're also great at marketing. A couple people have brought that up. So if you were to share a couple ideas that could help people like right away with marketing without it costing a lot of money, without being an expert on technology, what would you share with people?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I have a little bit of a sore throat. So community. Tell everybody you know what you do. I'm on Facebook all the time, and people, I'm sure every single community has, the town I live is Greeley. Greeley buy sell, Greeley free stuff, Greeley community page. Every community has those next door apps. It's amazing how if you just start responding to people about things, or every now and then tell people what you do, people will start responding, or people will ask you questions. Now I'm getting to the point, I live kind of in a small town, where someone will say, I need health insurance, or my health insurance is crazy, or I need Medicare, or I need life insurance. And I have strangers or clients in town just putting my name on there. Follow up with these people is huge. And for those of you who are new, you don't have to spend money. You don't have to spend money. Get business cards. I mean, that's a business expense, excuse me, that you need. And you got to have business cards. Go to libraries, go to your coffee shops, drop your cards everywhere. Join some networking groups when you have the funds. People say networking is expensive or can be. There's lots of free ones, but the ones that cost money, you're going to recoup that. And there's so many benefits of networking groups because it gives you accountability, responsibility, gives you all kinds of things that help build you personally. Get around other agents. The great thing about North American, we're all in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. I just started following, and I'm sure a lot of you that are on here got to North American via Facebook. I just started following, and I was seeing all these things and people talking and people sharing ideas and people just wanting to help others. The conference was amazing. And then I came back again next year, and I'm an ambassador. So reach out to me. I will give you the ins and outs about what I know. But coming to the conference, you will learn so much. And I don't care if it's life insurance, Medicare, senior products, the health insurance, they have it all. It doesn't mean you have to do it all. But you will find a niche and you will find somebody that you can connect with.
Thank you, ma'am. And guys, I'm glad that Suzanne touched on a couple different things, because with this company, we're not people that are just trying to educate you and tell you how things are done without actually doing it ourselves. Every single person in this company, whether it's a brand new agent or vice president or the president of this company, we're all personal producers. We learn how to do this stuff through trial and error every single day. I've been in insurance for 27 years, and I'm going to just touch on networking again. I've tried so many things. I've hired marketing companies. I've tried leads. I've tried all of that. And Andy kept telling me over the years, networking is the way to go. And yeah, okay, whatever. So now I'm in 2 chambers. I am in a B&I group, and I'm in a vet group, and I'm in another group. And that I've been getting, and I got a marketing company that keeps calling me. I've been getting so many referrals lately. If you saw my desk, I got a stack of quotes, a stack of people, and it does take patience. It does take time, but building those relationships, a Rotary group I'm in I take my kids to Boy Scouts, church. I went after my church last year, and they let me do a session, and they put it in the bulletin and everything else free. And I ended up getting business out of that. The Chamber of Commerce, once a month, I can rent their conference room, and I'm going to start setting that up on a monthly basis for educational things. So it's like Suzanne said, you don't have to spend a ton of money. Now, somebody mentioned leads. I think Boris earlier. Leads, that's hit and miss now. They used to be fantastic, in my opinion. It's not like it used to be. I mean, leads can work. They're expensive, but there's so many other free ways and no cost ways to get your branding and presence out there. And once we do that, and then the next thing obviously is getting in front of clients and offering our products. So anybody else have any thoughts or comments on ways to improve? Because at the end of the day, we need to get in front of people. We need to get in front of prospects, show them our services. So any other thoughts from anybody on how to do that immediately following this call, what we can do and how we can pick things up?
Kevin,
Yes.
I don't know who was on when I first got on and talked about that. Talked about the cry list. I didn't mention that. Anybody
Yeah.
that's on your cry list, call. And what that means, if you know this person and they died and you were going to cry, you better be calling them and telling them about life insurance, because it's better to get a no from them instead of getting something from their family that says, I wish you would have talked to us about life insurance. So
Oh, you're
it's pretty emotional, and that hit me hard. So, there's all kinds of ways to get out there and tell people what you do. It might not be the right time for them, but they will come back to you when they're ready.
Well, one of the things I commented, and guys, there's just so many things to add in this first call, but if you're not involved, and I'm looking at it as we speak, if you're not involved with the North American Insurance Services agent group, I would really encourage you to join that group. I mean, it's probably 1,100 people in there now, and these are some of the top producers, not only with North American, but the industries. And I commented, the reason I bring this up, I made a comment today. Andy had posted something about stacking and the importance of it. My comment was, don't forget life insurance, because every single time that you offer someone life insurance, at least it gives them an opportunity to say yes or no. We can't make the decision for them. You'd be amazed how many people will say, well, no one's ever brought that up. Or I got 2 people I'm working with now that their term policies are about to end. But what we want to try to focus on this year is simplified issue life insurance. Simplified issue life insurance, in my opinion, is easier to sell. It pays a lot of commission, street level commission, some cases up to 120%. I'm focusing mainly now on final expense, but it's any age. It's term, it's permanent, it's any of those things that are simplified issue. But that avoids a person from a long out process. They don't have to go through exams, blood, urine, any of that stuff. It's just a few different questions. We know right away if they qualify. Literally, by the time you're done with the call, which I'm about to do when I hang up this call, they'll know whether they qualify or not. And that's big, because we don't have to wait 8-9 weeks to tell them whether they do or don't qualify. So there's just a lot of different things like that. I'm going to give everybody also if you would join the group today, but I'm going to give you my contact information because there's so much more to get into. We'll take this in pieces week by week. But I think initially I would ask you guys what carriers you currently have for life insurance, especially simplified issue life insurance. And let me make a couple suggestions. And we have a great contracting department at North American. So if you guys need help, if you don't have these carriers, I would ask you to take a step today to do that. You gotta at least have Mutual of Omaha. You have to have Marico and Gerber. And of course, there's a ton of other ones, but those are the 3 that between the 3 can offer pretty much any type of life insurance that you want. Term, permanent, IULs, whatever, but we want to stick with the final expense. We want to stick with the easiest ones. And like I said, going forward, and I'll probably call one of the reps today. I'll have some people on coming up calls, the reps for these carriers, to help us with the training. So any other questions? And again, I know there's some people still on here that still haven't jumped in and introduced themselves, but any other questions or thoughts, comments going forward as far as the call goes, as far as life insurance, how we can help you immediately, anything like that?
This is James. Can you hear me?
Yes, finally. I was waiting for you to jump in. How you doing today?
Yeah, sorry. I was a little slow on the mute button there. So yeah. Oh, anyways,
James,
I am in.
introduce yourself, where you're from, how long you've been North American, why you're interested in life
Okay.
insurance, stuff like that.
Yeah, I am from Portland area in the country. I moved here to Idaho 2 years ago up by Lewiston. I've been in the insurance business about 8 years. I started. I've had a few breaks. Started out with life insurance, and I quickly pivoted to Medicare. I joined this agency about 2 years ago, and really impressed with people and all the training and products. So moving to Idaho, I kind of shot myself in the foot in a lot of ways with Medicare, because it's quite different here and it's rural. And so I've been wanting to add life anyways back, and I know it's going to help me a lot. So I'm really anxious to get that going, and networking. I've been doing networking here local. It's been kind of slow. I need to add more to that. And this has given me some good ideas to do that. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, excellent. And welcome to the group. And that's the main purpose behind this, guys. And like I said, today's the most talking I'll ever do. We'll try to keep this call. 30 minutes. If it goes longer, it goes longer, as long as there's productive stuff going on. But if everybody has a pen, let me give you my contact information. So if you have thoughts, comments, follow-ups, you want to do one-on-one, I'll be more than happy to do that. Again, my name is Kevin Ristau, Ristau. And I'll give you my cell phone number. It's the best way to contact me. It's 214-952-6339. And then I can give you my email address. It's Kevin at Ristau, Ristau insurance.com. And then also I have a North American email, which I'll share with you when you guys initially contact me. So we can just go there going forward and share ideas. So guys, I appreciate everyone being on the call today. Going forward, it'll be more about life insurance today. I just wanted to make an initial introduction, meet some people. We'll continue to spread the word about the call. We'll have more people on there. If anybody needs to get in touch with me, get in touch with me. Everybody have a great day and be productive in some way. And we'll talk to you all next week. You guys have a great day. Thank you.